good whatever time of the day it is you happen to be listening, which is
Now.
probably now.
It's always now.
There is a better chance than not that you're listening now to what we are
Do
doing.
you think anybody's actually listening?
Well, probably not yet. We just started.
We just started?
So
So they're going to miss all the good shit.
Yeah. So you're going to have to go back and listen to this. We'll remind you later.
Again, we'll say,
Yeah,
listen.
we'll remind you later.
Of
Because,
course.
you know.
You dropped me to the drop, man.
Yes, I had the drop.
You saw
on
me reaching. You saw me. I was going to hit B over there on the... Anyway, he's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. This is the PNA Podcast Express. We're doing a live broadcast on Spreaker, but we're also going to record it and post it like we normally do for later, for posterity's sake. This is episode number 5972634570
9, and then that symbol that Prince used for a little while.
Yes.
The glyph.
The glyph.
Yes.
We are coming to you from the Silver Tavern in Deckerville, the good old STD, hanging out at the old Silver Tavern, Deckerville. You can email us at www. No, www. What is that? It's
Where
weird.
were you going?
I don't know where I'm going. I'm a little confused right now.
You can email us at pnapodcastexpress@gmail.com. That's painful nut allergy podcastexpress@gmail.com or pineapple nipple arsehole@gmail.com. Whatever you choose, we have options for you.
We were discussing the finer points of Crash Test Dummies while we were waiting to start this show, and we were doing a roundabout with the song, song. That's the name of it, isn't it?
It is, actually,
Oh,
yes.
that's unfortunate. That's tragic. It was like the Campbell Soup song is what they referred to it as. That's
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And then it brought Andy Warhol back in vogue, and it was just a whole big thing. I mean, the 90s were a virtual minefield of garbage.
So, I alluded to something that I wanted to tell you
Yeah.
pre-show.
Of
as
course.
we were waiting for 7 o'clock to roll around. And then we had to wait again because I had to type in everything before.
And also, you see what had happened was...
Yes.
What
So-
had happened was we were going to record our quick trip, and then we were going to do this live. We had all intentions of doing this live, but somebody had to work, which I understand. You know, you got to make that, you got to do the paying gig before you do the gig that bleeds you dry, which is this podcast.
Right. The 9 cents an hour that we make doing the podcast. Oh, wait, I didn't tell you about that.
Oh, shit, we make money?
No.
Oh.
No, not at all.
Damn, now I got to change my tattoo because it says fuck bitches and make money. Shit.
Now it just has to say I'm a fucking bitch.
That's right, pretty much so.
So, we, as in my family and I, over the last couple of years, have been receiving these random packages from Amazon from somebody. I'm guessing it's an old lady, but I don't think they really exist. I mean, we've literally called Amazon and been like, hey.
And they're like, just keep the shit.
They're like, yeah, don't send it back. We were not sending a call tag. Because the first thing I got was like just some weird electronic thing that I didn't even really know what it was for. It was like to something else. So, we got that, and it's like, okay, whatever. Didn't think a whole lot of it.
Who cares, right?
And then I got a really cool Carhartt hat.
Oh, that's
in the mail
sweet.
From, by the way, the name of the person is Beverly Lloyd.
So let me guess. The third thing you received was a blacklight velvet poster of Bob Barker.
No,
Damn it.
not yet. Are you sending these things to me? So then it started to get a little interesting. I got a really, really awesome flashlight,
Sweet.
LED light that shines.
Score for miles.
Yeah, it's just phenomenal.
You can signal aliens in other galaxies with this motherfucker.
Yeah, and it's got the telescoping end that zooms in and out. So
Oh yeah, but when you zoom it all the when you bring it all the way in and it's tight as it can be, I've got one that's like a little weird square.
yeah, it looks like the Windows symbol.
Yeah, it does.
Like
Kinda
the
does.
Microsoft symbol.
Once
So-
again, Bill Gates.
Yep.
Fuck you, Bill Gates.
Yeah, he was the other reason we were delayed in this podcast.
Yes,
starting.
I forgot the pot. You had updates for your wonderful computer over
I
there.
know.
Which normally that computer's rusty but trusty. I mean, she looks a little rough, but she's a good unit.
Well, it has raccoon prints on it.
She's a stout unit over there.
Yes.
So anyway, what else did you receive for Beverly from Amazon?
So then we received we let my oldest son open up a packet. We're like, you can open
It's
this one up.
harmless.
And he opens it up, and it was a set of wireless earbuds.
Oh,
Nice
okay,
one, nice one.
nice.
So then there's
Score.
another package there, and we say to the youngest, hey, go ahead and open that. And I mean, he's 18, so it's not like, this one was a little more risque.
It's not like he hasn't seen a fleshlight before.
And I was like, you dirty girl, Beverly.
Ooh.
It was a pink pocket mouth.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
Wow.
it was quite the reaction. And
It wasn't known immediately what it was until it was known what it was.
I'm pretty sure they knew what it was.
Are you sure it's not one of your boys' orders?
So, of course, they had to open the box, and they're like, "Ooh, it came pre-sticky."
Oh.
So I don't know if it was a used one that got returned, or what exactly the deal was. But yeah, no, it was all sealed in plastic and everything. But I was at work when they opened it.
So you caught the aftermath of the...
Yeah.
Oh.
So then I received another thing just the other day, and it was a lightning adapter to HDMI for an iPhone.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And which I hate my iPhone.
Of
So
course, we all do.
I don't plan on using it, but I have it.
Right.
So, and there's been other various things that have come. Some things have been like, oh wow, that's really cool.
There's a very special place in hell for Steve Jobs and Bill Gates.
Yeah,
They've got a suite there, I do believe.
yeah. Probably where they're going to have to sit there with a pocket mouth.
I'm not even upset that Steve Jobs is dead.
No,
Is anybody?
I don't know that he is.
I don't think so either. I think he's going to be like one of those beings in Futurama where his head is preserved somewhere and he's just got a robot body.
They uploaded him to the iCloud.
Yeah, he's in the cloud. It's in the cloud, man.
He's locked in purgatory, constantly having to enter his password.
It's the cloud wearing a black turtleneck.
So here's another thing that just pisses me off.
What grinds my gears?
Oh, so as you can tell, I shaved.
Yeah,
I
noticed that.
got rid of a lot of extra hair.
Yeah.
And now my damn face recognition to unlock my phone won't recognize me. My work phone.
Screw you, Bill Gates. Or wait, that's Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Ugh, screw you too. I hope you're right. Like, you ever seen Little Nicky?
Of course.
Where they...
No, not the small pineapple.
Yeah. I hope he's right there with Hitler.
The bigger pineapple.
Yeah.
You get no. You got to go with the bigger pineapple.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I hope they make him... I hope they do that with giant apples.
So, I was driving home the other day and I realized something. Instead of my friend's a dick, and here's why. I realized I'm a dick. Because the second Ryan I lived with at the flop house that I lived with all through college, both my roommates were named Ryan. The first one went insane. The second one went insane. I think the common denominator is me, but I'm not sure here. But what I used to do, see, this is cutting-edge technology back in the early 2000s. He would always be playing PS2, and he would never stop. Never stop. So I went down to the Kmart in Buena Vista Township, and I found a remote control, like a plug with a remote control to turn it on and off. So I one night when he was doing whatever, I went behind the rat's nest of the entertainment center. You know what those all look like back there.
Oh, yeah.
Wires everywhere because you've got a stereo, a DVD player, a VCR back at the time.
And for some reason, you got like a
PS2.
50-foot RCA cord to go 18
right,
inches.
to go a foot and a half. Exactly. And I plugged the remote control, turn on and off into the PS2. So if I really was drunk and wanted to be an asshole, I'd just be sitting there and I'd turn the PS2 off. I kept it on my keychain. So if I wanted his attention, I'd just like click, be like, man, what the fuck is going on with this thing? So I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Turn the PS2 off while he's in the middle of Gran Turismo or some Madden game. I'm like, man, you're going to talk to me, dude. Yeah, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
Yep.
That qualifies me.
Yeah,
that qualifies. So I just turn it off randomly on him. No wonder he went quiet. I've also noticed that I have an affinity for, like, all my serious relationships. The women's names have all started with the letter K. Is that weird?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have an affinity for the letter K.
and former cheerleaders too.
Huh.
It's not a hard formula. And that's why I'm alone.
Huh. So maybe that's the problem.
I've managed to typecast myself.
Yes.
That's the problem. So I've created these boundaries. So how do I break these boundaries down? How would you go about that? Is there a way? Is there something I can actively do, like maybe some sort of exercise or maybe a daily affinity or something, a daily affirmation that I can do to break this cycle? Or am I stuck in this? Am I like I mean, despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage?
Or you could just decide to date somebody whose name doesn't start with a K.
I've tried it before. It doesn't work very well.
I think you can do it.
You think so?
Yeah.
What are the odds? You think so? I mean, first of all, what are the odds that a woman would actually like me? Second of all, I did notice the K thing. Because I was thinking about it. I'm like, I've only had 5 roommates in my entire life, and 3 of them were named Ryan. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Like, all my serious relationships, their names started with a K. That's fucked up. There you go.
I think I enjoy variety too much for that.
So should I just do an exercise where I start at the beginning of the alphabet? Is this like a Mambo number 5 thing, or is this?
No, I think you can. I think you can jump around letter-wise, but I would stay away from the elemental P.
Okay.
Because
that's fair.
K, elemental P, maybe those are bad too, because they all kind of group together.
Maybe, so I don't know if I should go to the back half of the alphabet or the front half to start off with. The back half would seem to be like, for some reason I picture women whose names start with letters in the back half of the alphabet as to be more hippie-ish, I would think, because their names probably are a little more out there, so their parents probably tried really hard. I mean, those tend to be more hippie.
Really, you think a Rachel is hippie?
Can be. I was thinking more like the way back half of the alphabet, like the XYZ.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's hippie. I mean, if your name starts with an X, a Y, or a Z, your parents are straight up fucking hippies, I guarantee it. And you probably are, too.
If experience tells me anything, they probably are.
Or,
you're correct.
Or if your name contains a silent letter at the beginning, I mean, that's straight up, holy fuck. Think about that insanity.
Like not?
Yeah.
If your name's not?
Yes.
I can't think of any girls' names that have a silent letter at the start.
I don't know either.
Jasmine with a Y?
Monica with an N at the beginning?
New Monica.
I don't know. What if both of the E's in the word B are just silent and we don't know it?
Huh. Wow. So,
and why
that could actually be a thing.
And the word Q, why do we need all the letters afterwards?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's weird how Europeans don't say lineup, they say queue. Get in the queue. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, get in the queue?
So,
I had a British friend. He's a dick.
Well, if he's telling you to get in the queue.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? He's like...
I'd be like, straight up your A.
Yeah, he's like, queued up here? I'm like, what do you mean queued up here? What the fuck, am I, a video or something? And he's like, no, I queued up here. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to buy some beer at the fucking liquor store, man.
I'm just in line to buy beer.
That's right, and you're bringing in all these $3 words like Q. And I'm like, what are you even doing with your life? Sorry, people like it when I say that. What are you even doing with your life? I've been called out on that one before because I've said that a few times, and people are like, I do that. What are you even doing with your life? Just fucking go kill yourself. No, don't do that. So,
there is a dog competition where they're running one of those tracks on TV behind you.
That is fascinating. I see it now. Yes. So currently, a Doberman Pinscher is performing Desi. Yes.
Magnificent animal, by the way.
Magnificent.
That dog is better than me in so many ways.
That I would classify that as majestic.
Yes.
Very majestic.
I'm really waiting, though, for one of these dogs. You know, they all seem all trained good and stuff, just to go after their handler. Be like, you give me all those treats right now, bitch.
They just snap and say, I've had enough.
Yep, I'm
enough
done.
is enough.
I'm done.
I'm not going to be your lap dog anymore. Screw your tricks. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm really waiting for that. I'm probably going to continue waiting for it because...
But dogs will never do that because that's a dog's personality. Dogs are just, they want to please their owners, you know?
Right. Look at this mutt jumping around.
Ugh.
Hyperactive little... I bet he chews everything.
Oh, just everything.
You get that no-chew spray, it don't work.
None of it.
It don't work. That dog is chewing everything. This is great audio.
Yeah, this is good. This is good radio right here. This is good podcasting. So what else? I don't know. You know what's grinding my gears? Working.
Yeah.
Man, can people spread the word about this podcast? Tell people about it. We need some advertisers. We need some sponsors. We need.
Hell, just share the damn thing with somebody. Tell somebody about it. I mean,
I'm getting
pretty
tired.
great.
I'm
pretty
tired.
great.
You know, it's good. It has its moments. It's usually better when I'm not on it, but that's okay.
Well, everybody's noticed.
Yeah, I know.
You always ask about email, and it's like, well, I don't want to tell Phil about the hundreds that we get that state that he sucks. But
holy shit, Adam, you are doing fantastic. Well, but Phil, that Phil guy's got to go. Holy Christ.
Adam, you do a very mediocre podcast, but Phil drags you down into the mundane.
When you lie with dogs, you get fleas. That guy's never interesting. He doesn't have anything funny to say, man. I don't get it. It's like he talks a lot, but it's not funny.
So this morning, as I'm leaving the house, there were about 8 sets of geese with little geese. Had to be 100 little geese in the yard.
Please tell me that you off them, I hope.
They go, if you go after them with the car or anything, they go off into the pond. And I'm not driving the car in the pond. Just to
not again.
Not for your bloodlust.
Not again. That's my favorite thing to say whenever something fucked up happens. Not again.
I'll start saying that when Beverly Lloyd sends us the next sex toy for my kids to open.
Not again.
Thanks, Beverly.
Thanks, Beverly. You've assassinated my kid's childhood. Thank you. He can never go back now. He can't unsee that, man. The innocence is gone.
It was pretty much taken care of before that, but
I know kids these days growing up with the internets. That
it's unfair.
It is. It really is. It really is. I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about the things that when I was, you know, in my teenage years and very extremely high testosterone levels and wanted to horny all the time and just jerked off all the time. The things that I would jerk off to compared to what kids get now. I mean, unbelievable. I think there was at one point there was a Cosmopolitan and Bette Midler was wearing a low-cut shirt, and I think I probably wanked to that a few times. Now that shit doesn't fly, man. That's old school.
Yeah. My parents would have been like, why are you taking the Kmart flyer into the bathroom?
Exactly.
It's summer. It's the summer edition. The swimsuits in there.
This is true. This is why the 80s and the 90s sucked a lot. This is why we're so angry now. This is why every good frontman from any band in the 90s is dead now because that era fucking sucked.
Yeah. Well, you know, I had this conversation with somebody at work the other day, and the guy's like, yeah, my kids just don't go out and do anything. I'm like, why would they?
Yeah.
When you were 16, what was your motivation for going out?
Finding some chicks.
To see naked chicks. Well, guess
exactly.
what? You can do that
you don't
alone
have to
in your
leave
room
now,
with a phone. And there's no effort. It doesn't cost you any money.
I mean, between Snatch Chat and Zoom and everything else, I mean, you can get anything you want, right now.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing for them kids.
I'm kind of upset. I'm jealous, actually.
And I'm a tech guy, but navigating that stuff is just exhausting.
It takes some time, you know.
Yeah.
My ADHD really kicks in, too, because, you know, pop-ups will get me, 1 out of every 3 times I think I'm their target audience. Especially when I'm perusing porn sites. and they'll give me, if you like this, you might also like this. And next thing I know, I forgot why I was there, and it's a half hour later, and I still haven't jerked off.
Girls 2.3 miles from you want to have sex, and you're like, really?
Wow.
That close?
That's oddly specific.
They gotta
2.3
be-
miles?
They got to be right here by my house.
Like, I know who lives 2.3 miles away. Man, you a dirty whore. Every time I see her in the grocery store, I'm like, you that dirty whore. I know you live 2.3 miles away. I know it's you. I knew the whole time.
And then you get one that says, there's one right in your house. And you're like, oh, no, that's the ad that I put out there.
Oh, shit.
That's the ad that I put out there to fish with.
I forgot I'm catfishing, man. I'm out here catfishing. I catfish myself.
Have a seat right over there.
Yeah. I see you brought a six-pack of Smirnoff Ice Coolers and the latest Shrek movie.
The Shrek Live Christmas special.
I see that you brought the quintessential Calvin and Hobbes collection. Oh no!
I see you brought a bunch of Barbie dolls with all the heads missing. What's that about?
Oh man! You know, do you remember art installations back in the day where they would do stuff with like dolls, like remove the heads and have them like positioned doing all the like what the? That was the '90s too, though, man.
Yeah.
Like, the definition of art is taking something useful and making it not useful. That's pretty much art.
Yeah.
That's how you create art.
And they took something not useful and made it less useful.
Less useful, yeah. So, more useless, if you will.
Yeah, you know, that is pretty weird.
So, you know what was weird, too? I don't know why my uncles had this weird affinity, but I remember growing up at my grandmother's house, like, all of the dolls that they had, like, you know, dolls from, it would be my aunt's dolls from when they were, you know, little girls.
Yeah.
For some reason, my uncles and dad must have just been assholes because every single doll they would have the butthole burned out of it. They'd take a lighter to it and melt it, and it's like we used to torment your aunts with that. I'm like, that is some next level shit right there.
Well, chances are there was a whole other purpose
It could be
that they had for that.
I mean, I'm like, so
Maybe that was a friction burn.
oh no, I didn't want to think about that. But,
Yep.
oh man, the hole wasn't very big though. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I guess that's saying a lot. I guess it runs in the family then, huh?
Genetics.
Yeah, it runs in the family. Can confirm.
Speaking of the 90s and like even the late 80s, what the fuck was up with Max Headroom?
I've never been able to figure this one out. I've never been able to figure this out.
That thing had a TV show.
Right.
Was there a guy behind Max Headroom? There had to be a voice.
There had to be something behind it, but wasn't it like a pirate broadcast or something? How it initially came about, where he broke into like the live stream for some television stations and did like a
butt pirate.
Yeah, a true
TV,
pirate
yeah.
thing. Yeah, isn't that how it all started? I
think so.
And then he always had that stutter, like he was like a glitch.
But if you don't know who that is because you're not old, look it up and look up some of the videos, and you're just going to be like, what the fuck was that?
What's up with Teddy Ruxpin, man? That's the worst one.
Oh. I used to put like Motley Crue tapes in my nephews.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
The one thing I'm not angry at is those little robots, though. That you put the little cassette tapes in, and they were like played the music and did the little dance with the robots on wheels.
But Teddy Ruxpin would sit there and
Ruxpin.
like mouth the words to Dr. Feelgood the whole album, and it was hilarious.
You know, I want to get one now just so we can do that. So when we do go to, I mean, not a big announcement here, but we're going to eventually stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we've tried everything. Why not try more shit that's going to fucking be a pain in our ass that we put a lot of effort into that nobody appreciates?
There's not enough ugly in the world.
That's true.
So this way, too, when I say that I shaved facial hair off, people go, oh, I see that. I see that.
Right?
Yeah, you did shave.
I can see what he's saying now.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
we can actually talk about the dogs running around on the television, and we can be like, point the camera at it and be like, this is what we're talking about, dude. Don't sue us, ESPN.
Boy, they make a hell of a course for those things to run on, don't
I know.
they? What the hell?
Jen's dog. So, hey, Jennifer, how are you? She's from Ohio. Ooh, the
that's a
bovosphere's
drawback.
terrible there. Ooh,
Dog looks
no wonder
unaffected
that
by
dog
the bovosphere.
Well, the dog's a little lower to the ground.
Yeah, it's
He
a
might
little
be
stumpy.
just under it, yeah.
A little stumpy for that breed of dog. So is Jen, though, to be
Yeah,
honest. She's a little stumpy.
That's a little bit. She's out of the realm because her name starts with a J. So maybe I'll call her up.
There you go. There's your first prospect from
Jen-
Ohio, but that means her standards are low. and she'll be like, you ain't my cousin. We got to date.
Her standards are low. She's from Ohio.
How do you feel about the Bovosphere?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. This is Jennifer. She's from Ohio. Son, we taught you better than that.
Mom and Dad, this is Jennifer, a.k.a. Consolation Prize.
Thanks for coming.
I went to a fair in Ohio, and I threw a ping pong ball in a goldfish bowl expecting to get goldfish, and they had her in a bag off to the side. Take that home.
I poked some vent holes in it and took her home.
Almost forgot to crack the window when I stopped for a soda.
Oh,
But-
jeez.
But nobody would have broke that window because she's not a dog.
People don't care about a human you leave in a... but now a dog. You leave
Yeah.
a dog in there.
You leave a dog or... Nobody ever... What? Does nobody take their cat with them anywhere?
I don't think so. Cats are assholes. We all
They
know
are.
this.
They are.
Do
We have
people-
one. We have one that's an exceptional asshole. Like he'll sit on the back of the couch, and you'll be walking by, and he'll just bat at you for no reason.
That's pretty asshole-ish.
It is. It's very asshole.
It's very asshole-ish. So, do people have hermit crabs anymore? Remember people had hermit crabs back in the day? What was the use of that?
None. Nothing. Zero.
I never understood. I don't get it.
Yeah. What did you feed a hermit crab?
I don't. I remember one pinched me one time, and I was quite upset.
Well, yeah, I could see that.
I got a blood blister from it. And I don't know. So, of all the things in my life that I know the weak spots of, I don't know the weak spot of how to properly attack a hermit crab.
with fire.
With fire?
Yep.
Is that how you go on the offensive with a hermit crab? Is
Yep.
fire? Okay. I feel like fire is the answer for probably most animals.
It does take out quite a few of them.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep. You can cook that little sucker right in there.
Huh. Boil him in his own shell, huh?
I believe you have the means to do that.
I do. Which, more content for that will be coming up.
Yes.
I'm going to start the YouTube channel Flamethrower versus whatever. Flamethrower versus Marshmallow Peeps. Flamethrower versus Little Plastic Army Guys. Flamethrower versus
My neighbor.
my neighbor. Flamethrowers versus bottles of hand sanitizer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Flamethrower versus balloons filled with gasoline.
Yep.
That ought to be a stunning visual.
You might want to stand back from that one a little bit.
I'm going to try to do the perfect launch. I'm going to line up. Okay.
Gasoline balloon animals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So if you know how to make balloon animals, give us an email because I don't. I can make a snake. That's about it.
I think I could make, like, a dog.
Okay.
I think I could.
What about the sword? Remember, that's always a famous one too. Make the sword.
Maybe I'll make one that's brown or round like a bomb.
No.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'd be ironic.
It's like Alanis Morissette and O. Henry had a baby right in this very moment.
Well, yeah, we got to get that out and play with it.
I already did once. It was awesome.
I saw that. I
Yeah.
showed it to my boys, and they're like, why don't we have one?
That's what everybody says. What? Oh, my smoking jacket came too.
Really?
My burgundy Hugh Hefner style smoking jacket.
Go on. How is it?
So it's luxurious.
Now, when you wear that with the flamethrower, do you just feel like, you know,
You know, I feel like the person that someday I aspire to be. Like
Nice.
the persona's instant. Like, I think, you know, I feel like everything's going to be okay when I don the flamethrower and the smoking jacket. I really think the world is an okay place at that point. I feel as if
your world is
yeah, I feel as if
kind of fucked for everybody else?
yeah, I feel as if, you know, everything that I've done wrong in the past and every poor decision I've ever made just fades away. And I feel like a brand new man, and it's nice. And I feel like at that moment, like I was talking and I wasn't speaking in tongues, but I did go into that at one point. But I started talking about how I have this successful podcast. And I'm like, wait a second. No, this isn't true. This isn't true.
Well, believe me, the irony for anybody listening should be that you just said when you hold the flamethrower wearing the smoking jacket, you feel like all your bad decisions go away.
even though I've donned 2 of them.
And you're holding 2 of them. You're dual-wielding bad decisions.
I guess it's 2 negatives make a positive, right? And these things are so negative that it's a huge positive. You should have heard my mother when I told her the amount I spent on my flamethrower, but it's legit. It'll rope a flame out there 30 feet. Like, it's no joke, kids. It wasn't cheap, though.
What were you burning in that video?
That was just some pallets and a bunch of, boxes.
Yeah, they were kind of undiscernible by the time you fired that thing off. Couldn't see it.
Let's just say it was fun. I enjoyed it. I had fun.
It looked like it.
And I can't wait to do it again. It's in my trunk. We could go do it on the street right now.
Well, if we were video,
yeah,
would be.
That's why I'm waiting. Like, I had the thing for weeks before I actually broke it out. And it finally took Cousin Mike, who's been, he's a friend of the podcast. He's been on before. As a matter of fact, he was on last week. And it took him to finally say, hey, let's have a bonfire. You need to break that fucking thing out. You've been sitting on it forever, telling everybody how cool it looks. Ooh, look at me, I'm cool. Look at this. Look at how cool this looks. No, you need to get it out and show people. I mean,
it's a flamethrower is only as cool
as the flames it throws.
Yes,
a flamethrower is only as cool as the flames it throws. Because once in a while a lion has to show everybody who he is.
Yes. Show the sheep that they are sheep.
That's right. So the flamethrower is legit badass, and I decided to buy a smoking jacket. Yeah, I know.
That was more for the smoking jacket,
but it was beautiful because basically these 2 items it was meant to be. And why I say that is I did my income taxes, and my income tax refund was exactly the same amount as both of those items combined, the flamethrower and the smoking jacket. So I said, this is it. This is the sign we've been waiting for.
Yeah, karma had revealed itself.
Right, and it was, the smoking jacket, let me just tell you, the smoking jacket was by far the cheaper of the 2 items, and the smoking jacket was $200, but it's luxurious. It's legit.
Well, good on you for not going the half-ass route.
No, of course not.
Going to, Party City and buying some cheap-ass half-plastic nylon.
This thing's beautiful. I'm going to bring it. I'll bring it next week, and you'll appreciate it. It's got the stitched lapels and the cuffs and everything with the the diamond stitch in the black, and it's dry clean only, which means it's always going to be dirty.
Right.
That's the Mitch Hedberg joke.
It's always going to have.
So this shirt's dry clean only, which means it's dirty. Right?
So it's always going to have the soot from the flamethrower residue on it.
I think it should keep it though, because as you build it up, that's what. Just because you are a character doesn't mean you have character, but that'll give it character.
Right, and then of course it becomes more flammable as more.
Of course, and at some point that'll be how I die. It'll just be. It's become, it'll be the snake eating its own tail. Essentially, is what's going to happen.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like where you're going with this. I respect it.
See, I know, but I understand. It's not like I'm going into this without knowing. My eyes are wide open. I know what's going to happen. I know how this is going to end. That's exactly how it's going to end. That level, that level with all the flamey stuff in Super Mario Brothers. Yes. I could never get past that one. So this is perfect. It's the perfect metaphor.
That's what should play when you play with the flamethrower.
What is wrong with me?
It's rubbed off on me, whatever it is.
My mother was saying something about that the other day. She's like, you really have gone off the deep end finally. I'm like, yeah, I know, Mom, I'm sorry.
People are going to listen to that and go, they talked about doing the whole thing with that Crash Test Dummies song. They didn't do that, but they did the Mario flaming basement theme thing there, and it was terrible. I hated listening to every minute of it.
I would like it even if they. So they say that for every negative review you get on Yelp or anything like that or Amazon, there's 50 people that are very satisfied. It's just the negative ones are more likely to speak up. If you think
we could probably throw that curve off.
If you think we're doing a shitty job with this podcast, tell us.
Yeah.
Please.
Maybe getting no shitty reviews means that nobody
cares.
Likes us either.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. That's what I'm thinking.
I do got to say...
my boss, at work, my boss chews my ass about all the shit I fucked up, but it's nice to know he cares.
Yeah.
And
is paying attention.
He's paying, he notices me.
I'm sure that would happen to me at work if I ever fucked up.
See, have I ever told you my favorite thing to do to people at work, especially new people, is I walk up to their desk and say, "Hey, you look like you make a lot of mistakes. Do you have any whiteout?" It's a line they have to think about once in a while. But, hey, you look like you make a lot of mistakes. Do you have any whiteout?
They don't know how to answer
They don't know
that.
how to take it.
No, they don't know how to answer that.
It's always fun. Always a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep them guessing. Keep them guessing. I could tell stories like that I do at work, but I'd have to, it would reveal who...
when I go out onto the factory floor, nobody likes engineers because, let's face it, most engineers are idiots. And so, basically, they'll talk about how engineers always fuck everything up, and I just say, no, contraire. I have to unfuck everything you people fuck up here on the factory floor.
Yeah. Well...
It's playful banter.
Yes. We need to talk about...
What do we need to talk about?
Real quick.
Shot through the heart and you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
So, August 7th.
August 7th. Tell me more.
Tuscola Palooza.
We are official sponsors.
Where we will be a low-level feature of doing something.
Isn't that wild? We can't find somebody to sponsor us, but yeah, we can sponsor people?
Yeah.
Damn.
But in a roundabout way, they are also sponsoring us the way we are sponsoring them.
So, who really carried who? Whose footprints are that single set on the beach?
Well, we can't carry anybody.
You're right. We can't carry a tune in a bucket.
We've already proven we can't carry a tune.
Yeah.
So,
we find these truths to be self-evident.
This is going to be...
Thank you, sir.
This is going to be a hell of a show.
Episode 2 drink. All right, it's going to be a hell of a show. Go on. Tuscola Palooza.
Tuscola Palooza, spelled just like you would think it should be spelled.
Yeah.
Tuscola, Palooza.
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 Don't be a loser.
Don't be a loser.
Show up to the show.
So the schedule for the day, 10 a.m. the gates will open. 11 a.m. is the official start of the event. That's probably when they'll make us talk or something because there won't be anybody there yet.
Yeah, they're going to want us to be part of the thing when hardly anyone's there. And I'm okay with that.
At 12 p.m., the food vendors open, which is very important.
So you won't see us from 12 to about 2 o'clock because we're going to be gorging ourselves.
And we're probably going to fall asleep under a truck somewhere.
Let's face it. Yeah, that's our MO.
By that point, we should be trying to sober up a little bit so we can do something else.
Ugh.
But at 1 p.m., the music will start. 12 a.m., music stops. Event is officially over, other than a bonfire and socializing. So go the hell home, people. Although canopies, chairs, umbrellas, coolers are welcome, BYOB. So it's not even an expensive day where you're going to pay $14 for a beer.
That's right.
It's going to be a good. It's going to be a good day. So I've never really talked about the full lineup. We have it is a.
It's a full lineup.
Yeah, it is. So basically, it starts out with Turbulence in the morning. At 1, Random, Trix, TRIXX. They're based out of Oakland County. The Blind Riots, 4-piece hard rock band out of Millington. Not far from where Greta Van Fleet. You never know, one of these bands could take off huge. Come and check it out.
I like your optimism, just like this podcast might take off someday.
Yep, more of a chance that one of these bands that I've already talked about will take off. The Mercurials, if I'm pronouncing that correct. If I'm not, change your name.
Fight me.
Yep. If not, change your name, because if I can't read it, nobody else can.
If not, you want to fight? Want to fight? Want to fight? Why don't you stick your head up your ass and fight for air?
Exactly. Then is going to be the Sugar Punk Fairies.
Nice.
My a distant cousin's wife is in that band.
Yes.
All-female band. Should be a good time. Infamous Quick.
We know
Mr.
them.
Eric Van Landingham is part of that band. Bradley Krug, who for years, when I used to play, he was our sound guy, and just a hell of an all-around guy. Greg Deagle, who I've played with before on the drums. Terry Tomlinson is their vocalist. She is fantastic. They just picked up a new guitar player. Their guitar player had to have he's having both rotator cuffs fixed at once.
How's he going to jerk off?
He has a very understanding wife.
Man, I need one of those.
Yeah. I mean, if you can go that long without that, then the hailing from Flint, Michigan, the 99.
The 99.
99. They'll be out there. Mike Abraham, who is a grill master.
Yeah?
Grill master. He actually has had TV shows on local TV doing grilling. He's that good.
No shit.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Will he
And,
be grilling anything that day, do you think?
you know,
or no?
he always used to. When we used to have these shows at Eric's house,
Yeah.
Mike would grill. You'd bring whatever you wanted, and he would grill it. And it was like, oh my God, this is so good.
This is so good.
Yeah. So,
I'm fat. I like food.
yeah. So, yeah, he would do that for you. And really good. I don't know if he's doing that this year. I don't see anything about that. But he does. Him and his band do put on a hell of a show.
Nice.
A really good show. And they're basically opening up for the headliners, Kiss tribute artists, national Kiss tribute artists, Detroit Rock City, considered one of the best Kiss tribute bands. And why go see, a bunch of
Kiss
floppy
now
old fat
and
guys?
old, yeah.
These guys are like Kiss was when they were cool. So
This is the Kiss you want to remember, spry and energetic and sounding good and looking good. And, yeah.
tickets are $15 for the whole day.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, you can't even get free porn for $15.
$15?
Yeah,
$15.
$15.
Do you think we could get a hold of Eric and get a couple tickets and do a giveaway maybe for our show? Like a couple tickets?
We probably could.
Okay.
We probably could.
Like one of those fart book Facebook things where we...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it. I
We'll
like
put
it.
it on our fucking Facebooks.
Yes, on the Facebook. We'll have
Yes.
it on there. So, and contact them. They're looking for volunteers to help. If
Hell, if you want to be me for the day and talk, I'll let you. I'll go to the food trucks.
you'd probably be a huge improvement.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I mean, lately I've been terrible. I admit it. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I'm like,
I actually thought last week, I thought that maybe you'd had some, like, your tongue removed or something, because it was just
not something's not
incoherent
right.
babble.
Just
Yeah.
complete and utter rambling, bullshit, nothingness.
I thought, damn it, Phil's had his tongue removed. That's
None of
gonna
my
be...
none of my thoughts are connected.
Well, they never have been.
No, they've been very disjointed.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of energy this week. I'm a little tired. I'm not going to lie, but
I am too.
Trying to be enthusiastic.
I tried to go home after work and take a nap, and I got called out,
Ugh.
and so I couldn't really do that.
Gross.
And then I got here, and I got called out again, which is all good for the pocketbook, bad for the podcast.
Yeah, no doubt.
So-
that's what really my day job. Like I said this to somebody, I'm like, now that they're making me work, and I'm one of the go-to guys at work, I don't like it because my job used to occupy like maybe 20% of my bandwidth and capacity, and now it's like 70 or 80, and that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I've got a lot of projects going on at work,
Yeah.
like big projects too. Not like a little thing that I can just phone it in. I
Right.
mean, I got to be on top of shit. And
Like I work to
that's
live,
not
man.
me.
I don't live to work. That's not me. I'm not a Clydesdale. I'm
No,
not.
shit, no.
I mean, I'm the guy that I like to get there late and leave early. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well,
Like when you tell me lunch is supposed to be 30 to 45 minutes, I'm gonna take 50 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes.
yeah. I actually don't even have time to do that when I'm
Like
at work.
I've got to say, I'm a terrible employee. I realize this. This is why I need to be self-employed and do a podcast.
Well, if that was your job, you'd probably be terrible at that too.
Too late.
Oh, I'm a professional.
Professionals get paid, though. See, I've never gotten paid for anything I've done, broadcast or podcast-wise. Like, I mean, you know how much the radio stations paid me, right?
Yeah, same as you get paid for this.
Yeah.
Probably double.
It's so funny because the other day I was talking to somebody, they're like, oh, you've got that podcast and blah, blah, blah. Like, well, if I come on to be a guest, how much are you going to pay me? I'm like, same as I make, buddy.
Yep.
Wait.
I offer people double what I make,
That's right. Even triple.
which means that they'd have to pay us
Good Lord.
because we kind of go in the hole on this.
I know. It makes me sad every time the Simplecast charges my bank account monthly for our account, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
man, that's $15 I'll never get back.
Yeah. Although we might be moving away from the whole Simplecast thing here.
Go on.
There's better options for us, I believe.
Oh, are we trying to make some money moves here?
Well, no, I think it'll be a lateral move money-wise, but
Oh.
maybe expose us to more people, which, we're all about
Dude,
being
last time I
exposed.
tried exposing myself to more people, I got in trouble.
Oh, boy.
Something about a trench coat, I guess. Hey, I traded my trench coat in for a smoking jacket.
Yes.
We used to have a big old trench coat at your place we used to wear.
Oh, yeah.
Is it still there?
I don't think it is.
They probably got all kinds of cooties because, let's face it, we weren't the cleanest bunch back in the day.
No, and I think I threw it in the back of my truck one time.
And it got all mildewy and everything.
Yeah, it got rained on and I pitched it. That thing was pretty badass, though.
I mean, not to bring up a sore subject, but we were doing it before it was cool. I mean, we were wearing a trench coat around and being menacing before Columbine happened and everything else.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do have a picture of you in, some weird hat and a wig.
Do I have a cigar in my mouth?
No, but you do have a BB gun in the trench coat.
I'm wearing mittens or something too, like
Yes,
big
yes,
mittens. Yeah.
yes.
I remember that photo shoot. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were good times.
They were really good times. What the fuck?
There's a lot of pictures that should probably never... How thankful are you that the internet wasn't around when we were younger?
Dude,
Holy
I say this
shit.
all the time. If I grew up now doing the same shit I did when I grew up, everybody carries a phone and a recording device with them now. I would be in prison still.
Oh, dear God, yeah.
They would have thrown away the key.
Uh-huh. I'd be in Guantanamo.
They're like, this guy's never getting out. Did you see all those videos? I mean, they were entertaining, but holy shit.
Yeah, we don't know whether to put him on NBC or incarcerate his ass.
We don't know if
Just for the record, I would never go to NBC.
Screw you, Trebek.
So Trebek.
Tell Trebek. That's the same price your mother charges for a blowjob, Trebek.
Trebek, what's the difference between a duck and a dog? Nothing, but your mother's a whore.
Your mother's a whore.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that goes, but it's for the purpose of this podcast, that's exactly what he said.
Screw you, Trebek.
Oh, boy.
Anal bum covers for 1,000. That's an album cover. Jap-Anus Relations. That's Japan-U.S. relations.
A penis mightier.
Turd Ferguson. It's funny, huh? Oh, God. That was... Saturday Night Live is far and few between good anymore. But some of those skits were definitely pretty fucking rad.
Have you ever seen the Jeopardy with Tom Hanks?
No.
Oh, my God. It's Black Jeopardy.
Oh, yes, I have.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is one of the greatest skits ever.
I'm not answering that.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. What is funny anymore? I'm not funny. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
I carry the show.
I know you
But-
do. Thank you. Thank you for all you
But
do.
you're a lightweight shoulder.
I wish I had something funny to say today. I just don't have it, man.
There's days. You know, we kind of phoned it in last week too. So
Oh shit, we did. This was supposed to be a good show,
This-
wasn't it?
it's had a couple moments, but it's also, for the most part, it's been just a shit show.
Yeah.
I love saying that.
Shit show.
Yeah.
Welcome
It's like-
to the shit show.
So I told my kid one time he comes home with a flyer and he's like, yeah, for a class trip we're going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm like, why do you want to go to that shit show?
Why the fuck would you want to go to Ohio?
And he's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's a shit show. They got Lady Gaga shit in there.
Christina Aguilera shit in there, man.
Yeah.
And yes, we know she's short
Yes.
because they had like her little jumpsuit that she wore for the genie in a bottle bullshit. Yes, I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You went to
admit
the
it.
shit show.
I was young. I was dating. Actually, her name didn't start with a K. Wow, I broke the mold. Maybe that's the one I should have married. Started with a J, though.
Huh. Yeah, it probably would have been
But
one step lower misery than the K.
You know, misery loves company. But, you see, what had happened was,
Go on.
you'll have that on these big jobs. We went to Ohio. We went to Believe Land. And, that's back when the Drew Carey Show was big. Remember, they lived in Parma, which is a subdivision or
Yep. Suburb.
suburb of. So we stayed there, and we went to the Warped Tour in Cleveland. Then we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Nice.
and then I went to whatever their field was called at the time and saw the Tigers play the Indians. And that was the weekend, and I got laid a whole lot too.
Huh.
Probably got laid more that weekend than I have in the last year combined.
Nice.
But to be 21-year-old Phil again would be,
Well, yeah, that doesn't hurt.
yeah. He was better, faster, stronger,
Although if
smarter.
you did those things now, it would hurt.
Oh, I would not survive. I'd be sipping on Pedialyte for a week,
Yeah.
popping aspirin. I need to do some yoga or some shit, man. Nothing can prepare you for that.
No.
I think I have low T.
Well, you're at that age.
Do you think so?
It could be.
Should I rectify this? Like how? Because like I've never had a killer sex drive, but I like have little to none anymore.
Go out and like kill a deer and eat its heart. I think that does it.
I do that at least once a week.
Oh. Don't flamethrower it first.
Oh, don't cook it first. It should be raw. Okay. All right, I can get behind that. But I really do think I have low T. I got these vitamins that claim they're supposed to help, but I've been too big of a pussy to take them.
Gay!
I'm afraid they'll make me grow hair in weird places. Is that a valid concern or no?
Probably. Not you have hair in all the weird places now.
You got the joke. I like it. So I shouldn't worry about hair growth in weird places.
No.
That's kind of like when somebody said something like, "Oh, that'll make you sterile," and I said, "I'm not worried about it at this point. I already have 2 kids. I mean, if that's the worst thing that happens to me, I think I'm going to be okay." I mean, it's just that's what it is anymore. I'm hopping out of the gene pool. I'm crying uncle. I don't, you know. Oh, good Lord. The crash test dummies, huh? So I don't know if we didn't have this conversation on air. We were talking about it before. We sang damn near this whole song. We're like, what were they thinking? And then I said, they have a lot more money than I do, though.
Which is probably true. Well, although I do have a theory that like they're helping people load shit at Home Depot.
Yeah, and they're singing this song as they do it, and they're like, holy shit, you sound just like those guys in that band. And you're like,
We are.
we are. We're the crash test dummies. Thanks for coming to Lowe's.
We are the crash test dummies.
Once there was this man who bought
Loaded
a
your
bunch
shit.
of lumber.
I don't know where to go from there though.
and
build
couldn't afford to
himself a
pay. Oh, shit.
So we ended up doing handies in the parking lot.
He couldn't quite explain it. He'd always just done them. We should just start writing verses for this song every podcast.
That would probably make a better podcast.
Oh, God. The sad part is you're right.
Once I wrote some lyrics to a song during our podcast. Wow. All right, we've officially done too many of these now.
This is episode 59.
Wow, you guys must finish each other's sentences. No, but we do finish mock lyrics together.
We do think alike lyrically, though. We've proven that time and time again.
Yes.
And you're a songwriter and I'm not.
No, I am not a songwriter.
You wrote our theme song.
I compose music. That
You're
is
a
not a song.
composer.
Yeah.
You're a composer.
There's a
not writer.
reason there's no lyrics to it.
Welcome to the Composer Studio here on PBS. Thank you. It's contributions from viewers like you that allow us to do this.
If you notice, I kept the theme song all in the same key as a way to show that we should all stay the course. And I really hope that 30 seconds of podcast theme song that you listen to all the time has made a positive impact on your life.
There you go. A message of unity and conformity from Adam Filkins. Tune in next time as we speak to a dog I hit on the side of the road.
The cat drugged by the guy from Marlette last
His yelping was very rhythmic.
The cat. And yeah, that was quite a story. That was quite a story. I got some feedback from that one, and people seem to like it. I wish more fucked up shit would happen to us.
It makes me feel good that a story about a cat's death is entertaining to people.
That's the takeaway. Thank you.
Somebody's going around going, man, I miss Fluffy, while other people are going, that was a great story.
Dude.
Pretty glad that cat got hit.
Fluffy's death story was epic. Like, shit. Fluffy's happy that Fluffy's dead.
The only thing that can make that story better is if they interviewed the owner. Got their thoughts on what that guy dragging the cat down the road did for them.
Oh, my goodness. Sometimes that's the best part of the story, though, when the news goes out and the people they interview, you're like, holy shit, this is going to be fucking amazing.
I got bronchitis.
And you better not stand too close. I could be contagious.
Sir, we noticed that you were dragging the cat down the road. Is there a reason for that? Well, I ain't got time to just be picking up no cats on the side of the road. I don't know why he spoke like that. He looked like the whitest old dude.
Given that I'm a white dude from the thumb,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk like this because I decided to, because no one can tell you who to be, what to do, and what cat to drag by its tail.
And if you want to take it to the other side of the road like you're from Britain, you're more than welcome to do that. It's a free country.
All right. We'll drag the cat from the other side of the road.
Oh, so
Cheerio.
when I stopped and picked up the bloody cat, it was dead. So I'm like, well, I might as well give it one last ride.
But dead cats have no failings. Yeah.
I thought the kids were going to die when it's like...
Dragging that cat down the hall faster than a cannonball.
I thought the kids were going to die when it was like being drugged and it's bouncing a little bit.
It's bouncing off the little rumble
And
strip.
I'm driving behind this guy and I'm like, meow, 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 meow.
And the kids are like, that's the perfect play-by-play.
Yeah, they were like, well played, Dad. There's not a lot of things you can do to please your children, but morbidly making fun of a dead cat being drugged behind a car is definitely up there.
I mean, that's right up there. That's like the pinnacle. That's like parenting. That's next level shit. That's like 400 level parenting right
Well,
there.
when they're in therapy and their therapist's like, what's a good memory?
So what's grinding
Your gears today.
No, what's a good memory? What's a good memory from your childhood? And they'll be like, meow, 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 meow.
And the therapist is like, is that a dead cat being drugged down the road?
Yes, it is.
And how does that make you feel?
Meow, 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 meow. I'm going to have to make that as a drop now.
That's my favorite thing. Somebody's like, all right, I'll be your therapist.
And how does that make you feel?
You know, the whole 9 lives thing, I'm sure somebody's like, I wonder how many lives that cat has left. And it's like,
And then the game over flashes.
do. Well, we're doing a lot of it.
Well, screw you guys. I'm going home.
We're doing an awful lot of like
We're pushing
musical things here tonight.
We're pushing a lot of buttons today.
Yes, probably in more ways than one.
If you're annoyed by this, finish him. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I needed that. Holy crap! I can finish my beer now.
Congratulations.
I went with the old school mic stand tonight. I've been using the boomer.
Yeah, but it feels good. You got that
It
place
does.
to rest
I got
your
the
arm.
Yeah. It feels like home.
I feel like I can grab it like an old time guy here and
You see?
yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde never stood a chance.
The Cubs win. The Cubbies win.
The Cubbies win the World Series.
Harry Carey here.
Harry Carey here.
Oh boy. Well, we've been at this over an hour.
I'm drunk. That's Harry Carey, not me. I'm not drunk yet.
No. We haven't even tipped off the second pitcher yet.
Good Lord.
We're way behind.
I need to pick up the pace. I need some enthusiasm.
Yeah.
How do I find enthusiasm? Does anybody have enthusiasm in their pocket? Maybe it's the low T speaking. I don't know.
It could be.
Do you think I have... I mean, I want listeners to chime in. Do I have low T?
You need to go to that hymns.com.
Hymns?
Yeah. Or take some kind of...
Hey, they'd be a great sponsor.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If I go to hymns.com and I start using their product,
They should sponsor us.
they should.
Yeah.
Because, let me tell you what. We need sponsors.
You can go from all mellow Phil on the podcast to, I got my testosterone boosted.
I'm ready to go, brother.
I don't have a zipper left in my pants.
I'm a true American hero.
American.
I'm an American.
I went and I got my medication the American way without a doctor.
But it's okay.
I'm sure that nice person on the phone that offered me Dell support and a car warranty knew exactly what they were talking about.
Blood pressure's through the roof, but the erections are great.
I don't know why I constantly have broken blood vessels in my eyes.
Why is my nose always bleeding? Everything tastes like pennies.
I can hear my heartbeat and I have terrible anal leakage.
I don't sleep at night. I just rotate over and over and over and over again.
I installed a rotisserie in the bedroom. Comes in handy for more than you would think. Oh, boy.
I have to stand on my head to put on my socks.
Something tells me we are not getting that spokesman job with hymns.
Or maybe this is the message they want to send. I mean, be a wild man.
Yeah. Be a roid-raging, testosterone-fueled madman.
Maybe I should try...
Hymns.com.
Hey, I should try steroids.
There you go.
I'm not worried about, like, my fucking balls shrinking or anything at this
No.
point. I don't need them anyway.
No.
Yeah. This is a good
Perfect.
idea.
This kind of sounds like a good fit.
Could you imagine me all roided up wearing a smoking jacket with the flamethrower?
I think I'd just get fatter.
I probably would too.
Like, I'd probably
I just keep getting fatter. I don't understand.
all my muscle gain would be in my abs. And it would... I'd have a 60-inch waist with you know, a six-pack.
I don't know. Like I said, every time I hop on the scale, the numbers go up. I don't understand. Is gravity increasing?
Maybe.
I'm going to
You
blame
know,
it
that's
on
a
that.
good theory.
Yeah.
Maybe scales
Is
are
it like
becoming,
global warming? Like gravity's increasing?
maybe scales are becoming increasingly biased.
Maybe the springs are worn out in the fucking thing.
Maybe they're like, get off me, fat ass.
That's right. One at a time, please.
Too fat to be on this scale is
That's right.
what mine says.
Oh, shit. You done broke me. Oh, shit. There you go.
I jumped on my scale and it was like,
So you know how I combated that? Like my one scale at one point, I was too heavy for it, so I bought another scale and I just put 1 foot on each.
yeah. I've seen that method before.
Yeah, I mean, it's tried and true.
Yeah. I mean, they had a scale that could have housed me right next to it, but then I'm like, but then I wouldn't have one for each foot.
Then it's not as fun.
Yeah. You ever try and get them so they're exactly the same?
Yeah, try to balance. Yeah. Doesn't work.
Good luck with
Fat
that.
people have poor balance, let me tell you.
I used to have really good balance until I broke my foot up real bad.
That'd do it.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on the podcast, but I did have, when I broke my foot, the doctor's like, well, I have good news and bad news for you. I'm like, well, what's the bad news? He goes, well, your foot, on a scale of 1 to 10, your foot's like a 9.8 for being screwed up. I'm like, okay, what's the good news? He goes, I like puzzles. That's not even a joke.
See, that's a good bedside manner right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, you should have led with the puzzle thing, Doc.
Yeah. He should have. But I did ask for the bad news first.
That's on you, man.
I know. He's probably sitting there thinking, man, wrong choice, you son of a
It's like,
bitch.
holy shit. Now my puzzle line is not going to land well.
Now, not only is his foot fucked up, but his comedic timing is terrible.
Unbelievable.
I only get to use this line like once every 2 weeks. When
Leave it
somebody
up
comes
to
in
the
with a real
fat guy with
fucked
the
up foot.
fucked up foot to ruin my comedic timing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know he thinks about that moment, too.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
You
When
know,
he's driving around in like
Of all his major accomplishments, he thinks about that moment. He's like, man, I had it. It was right there on a silver platter.
So I had a line I was
right-
going to use in this
It
guy.
was, it was perfect. It was beyond perfect.
And I lofted it up for him.
And he just...
And I'm like, hit it out of the park. And what's he do? Swing and a miss.
All right, you want to get out of here.
We're probably at that point.
It's not like the podcast is going to get any better.
Nope, it's not.
We're sorry. I'm
This should
sorry.
this should be our ending credit song right here. But it's not.
It doesn't make me sadder.
No. No, me either. It's just more of the same.
You know what?
So if you're depressed, email us.
pineapplenipplearsehole@gmail.com or PNA Podcast Express. That's painful, nihilistic asshole podcast express at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Say what you will, Donnie, at least it's an ethos. These men are nihilists, Donnie. It means they believe in nothing. They believe in nothing. Say what you will, Donnie, at least it's an ethos.
What is that from?
That's from Big Lebowski.
Oh,
These men are
boy.
nihilists, Donnie. It means they believe in nothing. Nothing? Wow, that's weird.
Well, we're really sorry we brought this to you live. This was a huge disappointment for everyone
Promise
involved.
to try to do better next time.
I don't. I feel this is very status quo for us.
This is what my grandma would say is just desserts.
We get dessert?
Yeah,
Do they have desserts here?
not really, but we
What
can
the
figure
fuck?
something out.
Why don't they deep fry me something good?
We should make some deep fried Oreos.
Why we're all right? We need to end this shit right now. Get on that.
Cut this shit off right
Yeah.
now.
You
Send-
people hear that? Deep fried Oreos.
Send your donations to PNA Podcast Express.
Yes. All right. I'm going to start the ending credits theme song.
Well, he's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. Thanks for listening. The PNA Podcast Express is brought to you in front of a live studio audience. Make good choices.